Two daddies. Judging baddies. Judging baddies.
Welcome back to another episode of Two Daddies Judging Baddies.
Judging baddies.
Where we read Reddit stories and then judge people. But I think the appeal of it is it's two normal everyday guys. Until you guys eventually change that and make us wealthy beyond our wildest imaginations. And then we will no longer, relate to you guys and then give the perspective of rich people.
Brokies.
Yes, brokies, as
Tom Segura.
I forgot his name for a second. I always forget his name, which is funny because Bert's, I don't know if it's Kreischer, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Somebody said that you're the Bert Chrysler.
I'm the Bert Chrysler of this podcast.
I Googled it because I was like, who the fuck is Bert Chrysler? I imagine that's who they were talking about, but I looked it up and Google was like, it's Bert.
When I looked it up, I was hoping it was a very charming, funny man.
It was not. I mean, some people might find him charming.
I thought it was the
bear.
Yeah, I thought it was a good thing, but they were saying it as an insult. So, guys, did you guys enjoy your Thanksgiving? Let us know.
This is a week after.
Yeah. Oh,
literally a week from today.
Yeah. Look, the way Dylan has these scheduled out, I don't know where they're coming from, but I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope it was very fun and full of mystic and cheer. And you can show that by sharing this podcast with a family member, a friend, somebody that you love and that you're thankful for. And then they'll hear me say this on the podcast and they'll be like, fuck, man, this person that shared this to me really loves me and really cares about my mental health and well-being. This podcast has been proven to help the mental. I forgot about doing the fucking top in Nigeria thing.
Oh, we are the top 100 in Nigeria.
We're in the top 100 comedy podcasts in Nigeria. So, not Nigeria, Zimbabwe. Yeah, Zimbabwe. We're sorry for fucking that up, guys. Sorry for getting that incorrect.
Not Nigeria.
Am I the asshole for not being more discreet at the store for my son? Ooh, is he getting period products?
Oh. They, them.
My son, non-male, is upset with me right now for an incident that happened yesterday at the store. Yesterday, we were at the store to stock up on groceries. It was me, 37 female, my son, 9 male, and daughter, 7 female. My son still wets the bed and wears good nights, kid pull-ups for bedwetting. He wears good nights for it. And we went and got those first like we always do so we can hide them underneath the other stuff. It went pretty good for most of the trip, but there was an issue when we go to checkout. I was unloading the last groceries when I heard him say in a kind of worried voice, "No, Mom, please stop." But I had already put his good nights on the belt. I asked him what was wrong. He pointed out that his friend was at the store with her parents and might see us and didn't want her to see his good nights.
Oh, man.
I said it would be okay and put the last of our other groceries around his good nights so nobody would see them. We got our stuff, rang up, and left with no problems, but my son didn't say a word to me in the car ride home. Later, I asked him what was making him so upset, and he said he didn't want his friends to see his good nights, and that's why he wanted me to stop unloading the groceries. And I said I was being a jerk for not stopping, and his friends almost seeing them. And said I was being a jerk for not stopping, and his friends almost seeing them. I explained to him that I never meant to make him feel bad. I just wanted to get the groceries unloaded so they could be rung up, but this didn't help, and he said I was being a jerk and didn't talk to me for much of the rest of the evening and was very quiet at breakfast today. I asked him if he was still upset, and he said yes, because I was a jerk. There's an update that says, I just talked to my son and apologized to him for making him feel like I didn't care about his feelings and being a jerk at the store. I told him I never meant to make him feel bad and was sorry that I did. I promised him we will be buying his good nights using curbside pickup. Reddit must have roasted this lady, which is crazy. It's not that serious. Because also, he's kid-braining this. And if somebody kid-brains something, you need to rationalize with your child, not just have everybody be like, oh, God, you don't care about his feelings. It's saying, when we get in the car, be like, hey, they don't know what the fuck good nights are. They don't know why I'm buying them. For all they know, it could be for your daughter. It could be for a kid we have at home. You are kid-braining this and thinking that everybody is thinking about you when they're not. This world is a vast world full of a bunch of people, and they are not caring that good nights are being bought.
Well, see, that's what makes her an asshole, though, is because she didn't have that conversation immediately afterwards. Like, you should be having that conversation like as soon as they're concerned, rather than like she didn't and just kind of brushed it off. So
we do most of our shopping at Fred Meyer's.
Where the fuck's that?
Sounds like a rich place, though. We do our shopping at Fred Meyer's. And they offer free delivery for orders on $35 and up. Making his good nights part of a bigger delivery will work fine for us and not hurt our budget. He was quite glad to hear this, which makes me wish I had done it sooner. He accepted my apology and we cuddled for a few minutes on his piss mattress. And now we're about to cuddle up on the couch and watch a movie that he picks out. Hopefully he doesn't fall asleep because he will once again piss on the couch. He has a problem. Thanks everyone for your help.
You added that last part, right?
Yeah, I added the piss mattress and all that stuff in there. So
still wearing my dirty pee pants right now. It's a subsidiary of Kroger based in Portland, Oregon, which they have in Oregon, Washington, Idaho, and Alaska.
And they need another, like Kroger already sounds like I should be shopping there.
You know Kroger's, don't you?
Yeah. It does sound, Kroger sounds fancy when you think of all that. Well, how many places have food lines? Is that nationwide?
I mean, I think it's the Southeast, but yeah, everywhere you go, I think Kroger's pretty much consolidated a lot of those, but they own like Harris Teeter.
That's a problem when they do that, because then all those places become expensive as fuck.
Yeah, they own all of them.
Yeah, I mean, definitely have conversations with your children. I don't know what medical thing could be going on where he's still wet in the bed at 9, though.
Well, and that you're not helping.
Yeah,
like
we shouldn't be
at 9
pissing the bed. You know, we should be getting over this. And if
it's like not drinking before bed. It's going to the bathroom before bed,
or going in the bathroom in the middle of the night.
Wake him up. Yeah.
So definitely work with him on that, because I'm not saying he should feel ashamed for peeing in the bed at 9, but he should understand that it's not.
You should feel ashamed as a parent that you haven't rectified this at this point in time. Like
I have a nonverbal autistic 4-year-old that does not piss the bed. So, and that's, hey buddy, let's go use the bathroom before we go lay down, and that kind of stuff right there. And once again, this is not like a holier than thou stance. No. But you are a parent. You need to work with your child on fixing that stuff. You also need to work with, which I can see the shortcomings of her as a parent, of having the conversation. Like I said, that, the child was looking at this from an all eyes are on me perspective, when nobody cares. Like, nobody is looking at the things that you buy and are deducing any kind of narrative about your life from.
Well, I mean, kids could. Like, honestly, if you saw one of your friends at that age and they had good nights, like it would become a thing.
Yeah.
So, like, I think kids. I mean, my daughter, who is gonna be 5 soon, she is so like. She'll bring up something. She'll be like, oh, yeah, that thing. And I'm like, what thing? And then she'll explain to me like the whole thing so that I understand it. I'm like, oh, yeah, I remember that. But with her just giving me the little morsel, like I have no idea what she's talking about. But she's remembered this very non-important fact and like this person that we met. And I'm like, oh, yeah, we did meet that person. But for me, like it was nothing. And then for her, it's like one of the biggest moments of her life, because she's only, not even 5 yet. And so I do think the kid brain, it makes sense that he's upset about it. However, as an adult in that moment, you need to be like, hey, bud, like it might not be that big of a thing. You don't know that they saw. And like, I apologize that I just was nonsensically just putting this up there. I didn't mean to like put you in a spot. But
at the same time,
most likely
use this shame to stop pissing in the bed.
Yeah, just quit fucking pissing in the bed, bro.
Yeah. And once again, there could be medical conditions where, you know what I'm saying, he can't fucking control it. But outside of that, I think mom would have thrown in there, like, he has a medical condition. Because then, especially at that point, if you are just like, I'm still putting them on here, nobody gives a fuck, not even like caring about your child's emotions right there in a store. You remember a kid when you would get embarrassed and you feel all hot and red and stuff like that, and I got to get out of here, but you can't because you're with a parent.
I remember I dug my favorite pair of jeans out of the dirty clothes because I wanted to wear them again. And I don't know what the fuck I spilled on them, but there was just like this big old gross, like it was like either spaghetti sauce or something. And I put them on, hopped on the bus, was at school, and then I was like, oh, fuck. And so the rest of the day, like I think everybody's like making, like seeing this crazy ass stain that I have on my pants. And it did not affect me at all. But
Right.
for that whole fucking day, I was terrified that I was just going to get like blasted for being like this dirty, grungy kid. And
Look at the spaghetti sauce pants over here, guy. You got his spaghetti pants
Yeah.
on. Look at this
Yeah.
guy with it, because you're in New York and it's close to Boston.
wrong
Look
New
at
York.
the spaghetti pants coming up to eat your spaghetti. I don't know what kids fucking say, but
no, we were so mean as kids.
I
I wasn't a bully, but I definitely participated in bully activities.
I remember, man, I hated going to the store with my stepdad or mom, and they were using food stamps. Oh fuck! I was like, a kid at school can't see this happening, and which that gives you the shame to fucking work hard in life and say, hey, I'm never doing that. But I remember one day there was a kid, Bobby, there, probably the sweetest kid. He was from like, I don't want to say it wrong because then I'm gonna be racist, but it's like Laos or Vietnamese or Korea, somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
Probably Vietnam.
It wasn't one of the top ones, but it was like the ones we were just finding out about as kids. It was one of the least talked about ones. But he was there, and I was like, oh fuck, we're gonna get in line, and he's gonna see that, which is completely irrational because, like I said, he was like the sweetest fucking kid, like the nicest guy, just all to himself in school. Like he's not gonna be like, hey, Mike, what was you at the
brokey?
I saw Mike at the grocery store. His stepdad pulled out them food stamps. They can't. Which I mean, kids at school had to know. From the clothes I wore.
Well, and the majority of the people that you probably went to school with also probably had food stamps.
Right. I used to get so happy on days where, because I mean, you know, besides selling some, I mean, I knew that night we was getting something.
Some sort of food.
Yeah. That was not like, you know, just completely struggle food, which at that point too, we were like, as soon as we got to like the age where we could we started cooking dinner, the kids, which is wild, just some of the most unedible shit. And it's so funny too when we got like of age and, you know, as adults and stuff like that, and my brothers would be like, yeah, this person right here can cook their ass off, and they would talk up these people so much. And then we met Amy, who can cook, and then they eat her food and they're just like, am I dressed well enough to be able to eat at your house, Mike? And I'm just like, dog, it's like normal shit. Like people are fucking, this is wild, isn't it? Because you just come from, if you grow up eating struggle food or foods cooked in just like we were like the white, no seasoning on nothing. I'd be like, everything's just so nasty. It's just so bland that you kind of get used to it. So then when you try like other people's food, you'd be like, fuck, this is so good.
What'd you put in this? Oregano. Yeah.
The Mexican neighbors, I knew something was wrong in my house. Once I ate their food, and it was like, oh, I don't like fish. And guess what? When I ate that fish, I was like, oh, I like this one. Yeah, this one's good.
Yeah.
But, you know, when I would eat food at home, I'd just be like, man, I don't like mashed potatoes, you know, because it's just, it's like mushed water.
See, my mom swears that she still makes mashed potatoes the same way she did, and I can guarantee you she doesn't, because I used to just sit there and it was like so dry and just like impossible to eat. And she's like, I always put butter and milk in them, and I was like, no, you didn't. Like, yeah, you couldn't have, because like I would sit there with a dry mouth going,
yeah, just let me combine this with something.
And I just want to like swallow it, but I can't swallow it because it's too dry to swallow. And like
she's giving you potato paste.
Oh man, it was brutal. And like I always hate to say anything like that because, you know, to my mom, cooking is one of her. She doesn't love cooking. She loves providing food for people. And so like I always feel bad. There's this other thing called city chicken, she used to call it, and it was fucking pork chops cooked in cooking wine. And my mom would cook the living dog shit out of that. And so it was like shoe leather, just trying to, and I was like, this is the worst fucking food in the world. And I think I was probably in my mid-20s when I finally told her, I was like, if you never cook that ever again for me, like I'll be completely.
Right.
But now she can cook like pork chops, you know, fried or battered or whatever. Like anytime she cooks pork chops, for the most part, they're good now. But when she used to cook those things and cooking wine on the stove, she would cook them till they were like the driest fucking piece of meat you'd ever eat in your life. And I'm like, no, don't do that.
Yeah, I just thought of, because you were talking about pork chops. My wife used to make these pork chops, and then it was like this like weird kind of like honey sauce that she would make with it. She hasn't made that in a while, so I got to remind her.
Give
just
her
be like, yeah, hey, please make this, because I just thought about that now that you were talking about that story. So
am I the asshole for sending a dish home with a guest who brought it?
Look, it wasn't your mom's mashed potatoes.
No. Had some guests over to the house yesterday, specifically mentioned that we would have snacks and otherwise. Someone took it upon themselves to make a dip, completely unprompted, and bring it to the house.
Let me talk about something real quick. I love talking about my embarrassing past, man. It's so good. So I remember one time, man, my stepdad, they were having a little potluck at his work. And he makes some potato salad, okay? And he takes the potato salad in to the potluck. And then he comes home with the whole bowl of potato salads, untouched, not even a spoon taken out of it. He was like, man, he was so upset. He was like, nobody touched my potato salad. I was like, dude, people at your work have been to your house. We got roaches, dog. Like, they're not going to eat the potato salad.
Who brought that one?
Right. Did he bring that one? Yeah, no, don't touch that potato salad. Don't touch that potato salad.
You know Jerry brought that, right?
Yeah. They got roach. You're going to be eating that shit and what was that? Just a pickle? I don't think there's pickles in this potato salad. Listen, I was a kid. I couldn't control that shit.
See, they'd always bring fucking greens to the factory potluck, and I was like, nah, dog, I'm not touching that. Like, it literally, smell it right now. It smells like fucking wet socks that you just decided to like put in a pot and boil for 8 hours and simmer it on down. No, I ain't touching that. I've never had good greens. I don't know anybody that makes them good, but like, sure as fuck, those ones tasted like shit.
Bro, he was so dumbfounded that nobody touched that potato salad. I was like, people at the work have been here before. At your work have been here before.
They've been to the house
to smoke weed with them.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
And when I'm talking about, so I was probably 6 or 7 at the time, man. And I remember like that at one point there would be like so much trash in the house, like especially in my brother's room. It would come up to like the middle of his shin. And like at 7, I was like, I don't think we have a poor people problem. I think we have a nobody fucking cleans in this goddamn house problem. So, my room, I'd just be like, fuck this. I'd have like my own little corner of
cleanliness.
And I was the only one that was embarrassed about it because anybody would be like, yeah, I'm going to bring my friend over. I would never invite somebody to this fucking house. Like, I would never do that. And they would just be like, yeah, just come over and hang out and chill in the trash pile. And I was like, you guys are so fucking. So I'd have my bed was on the floor, of course. We didn't have bed frames. What was that? I didn't have that until I was an adult. But you just see this just house of trash and then just smile. Because there was, look, I was at 7 or 8 years old, I was like, I'm not Superman. I can't help everybody in this house out. So I'll just have my own little. I shared a room with Robbie most of the time, pretty much throughout every house we lived in. And I was just like, I'd be like, dog, like you got to do something, man. If I could kick you out of this room, I would, because this is like our.
So what happened to you?
What do you mean?
Because you reverted.
No, I've never. Like, my area in there is not trashy of my stuff.
Anytime you get up from wherever you've been, it's just Mike stuff around.
No, the fuck it's not.
Empty pack of cigarettes, empty bottles.
I throw it away. I threw away the
your car.
Energy things today.
Your car when you had it.
Well, yeah.
Like, the whole passenger side was just a trash can.
Yeah, I think that was from years of living at other people's places where you didn't have to fucking pick up and stuff. Yeah. And then, wife. I
think that's probably, you've reverted back to, I don't got to do it.
That makes me feel bad, though, because I'm just like, fuck, Fuck. I mean, when me and her first got together, like, I did, like, the cooking and cleaning and stuff like that. But then when I got a factory job and they was like, you live here, I think that's what kind of,
yeah.
I was like, no mas.
See, I'm the type where I just clean up as I go, like, after myself. I don't clean up everybody's shit unless I'm just deciding to. But like, if I'm done with a glass, I put it either in the dishwasher, but like, I do it so that I'm not the one responsible for being like, the house is a mess. I'm like, no, not for me. Like, I didn't do it. Like,
I think that's where it really, like, it did get bad though. Cause I'd work 12, 16 hours a day, 7 days a week. Yeah. And at first I was really, cause I had the blue Kia that my grandpa wrecked. And I was very, like, strict about that car and keeping it nice and stuff like that. And then, you know, he wrecked that car. I got the black cat. I was like, I don't even fucking care about this car because I just wanted a little like beater car.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, you're not driving the kids around in that. And then the kids stopped riding in my car, and I'm just like, fucking what? I started smoking cigarettes in there, and it was like, I'd get out, some kids would come with me. I'm like, hey, brother, I'm here. If we had like, hey, what's so funny too is the funniest fucking thing is if I like had an interview or a important meeting with a person, I always clean out my car just in case. I don't know what would happen in an interview where they just be like, well, let's go look at your car.
Let's check that.
Give me a
thing
ride.
out.
Give me a ride down. I need to get some cigarettes from the store.
I remember the first time I rode in your car, and you're just like, here, just give me a second. You just like shoveled it to another spot in the
We gotta
car.
get this out of here, bud.
You gave me like about that much foot room, and then the rest.
I think
of
that's
it
when the
just-
manic set in.
Yeah.
Because when I was a kid, I was super embarrassed about it. And I think I lost that kind of along the way when, you know, I'm not going to say that it was just like I had it in my head that I was always just going to do well, but I really did get like complacent. And then I started prioritizing the wrong things too. So I'm out of that now, though. That's what's the best part.
All right, I'm gonna start from the top. Am I the asshole for sending a dish home with the guest who brought it? Had some guests over to the house yesterday, specifically mentioned that we would have snacks and otherwise. Someone took it upon themselves to make a dip completely unprompted and brought it to the house. It was a nice gesture for sure, but as they were leaving, I tried to give them their dish back so they could bring it home. They insisted on getting it another time. Getting it another time, in air quotes.
What?
Even though they had a bag with them to carry said dish. I jokingly mentioned that, so what, you bring a dish to my house, so now I have to clean it for you? You're basically bringing chores to my house. Channeling my inner Larry David. The guest then got incredibly pissed, called me rude, threatened to never bring anything over again, mentioning how they brought this out of kindness. Personally, if the dish had been forgotten, then I wouldn't have cared about cleaning it. But it wasn't forgotten, and they clearly refused to take it home when offering their dish back. Am I the asshole here?
Do you know how hard it is to get that dip out of that container? Look, I need a professional, ma'am, and you look like a professional.
Yeah, no, I think what you said was you were an asshole, but like, I mean, if you wanted to give it, like,
Who does that, though? Who's just like, I'm going to bring food here, and then I'm going to leave the container here?
well, I think they were leaving the food so that like the other people
Can
and
enjoy
like,
it, and
yeah,
then I'll
so
come back and get it.
it was their dish that they had provided, and so they wanted to like leave the food for you to continue to enjoy. But
then the whole, just off the little joke, and they just get so taken aback. We stayed up all night making this dip. Don't ask me, don't ask us for, don't ask me and mine for nothing. You know, the Django Unchained part.
well, that's how
I
you
can't
know
see shit out of these fucking holes.
who made these fucking things.
Right. You sons of bitches. My wife stayed up all night cutting out eye holes in 30 masts. We're not saying it. We're just saying we can't see anything. Look, this time we'll ride without the mast, and then next time we'll actually put some time into, which he left, so he didn't die. Good on them.
No, my thing with food like that, you should be making better food. Like technically the guests that brought the food, if you didn't want to steal some of that and stick it in another container and then, you know, rinse out the dish and give it back to them, like the fact that you're giving them back the whole fucking dish, I think they're just like spiteful that somebody felt the need to bring something. Like I'm all about somebody bringing some food to, you know, event that you have.
Right.
Like bring whatever cool, because like families have so many different like secret recipes, and they're not secret, but like they're, you know, this lady's like, my mom makes this cream cheese and dried beef dip. It's fucking amazing. It's delicious. And like once somebody tries it, they're like, what? Where's this thing been my whole life? You need to have those type of items that you bring.
I like to think of those scenarios, but like you got like the racist dad or something like that, and you know the daughter dates a black guy, and he's just like, I can't, I hate my daughter, you know, and all that shit. But still, he doesn't, you know, fucking voice it out because he's scared to do that, you know. And they come over for like Thanksgiving, and
We ain't eating their food.
Yeah, they bring their food, and then he's like, I don't like. And then he tries like the food that he was like, fuck, it's so good, god damn it. And he's just pissed sitting there, just, fuck, it's delicious. Yes, it's great. Which I'm saying, look, not all black people cook good food. Not all white people cook bad food. Black people, on the other hand, they do kind of grow up in a house where like different spices are being used. Where like super poor white people, I'll tell you about cooking the little fucking thin steaks with nothing but inspiration on it.
Yeah.
Honestly, you know, it's cooked in a little bit of oil, and Just
Like my mom refuses to flavor meat, like with burgers, steaks, anything like that. She's like, I just want to taste the meat. And I'm like, yeah, you can taste the meat with like some, seasoning and salt. And like, you can just add stuff
there's the
to
meat
it.
flavor, but there's more flavors going on. I enjoy this.
But like when we cook burgers, like I'll make burgers for us, which will have like all kinds of different things in it. And then my mom's will literally just be ground beef and that's it.
Did we not get to this last time?
It hasn't been folded, so it's never been done.
The time I fucked up by submitting hardcore furry erotica instead of my final paper. I felt like that was when we divvied them out. Or did we not get to it?
I don't think we did that one. No.
All right. Well, guess what?
Listeners of the Two Daddies Judging Baddies podcast.
Judging Baddies.
The next story you are about to hear is not safe for work.
It's not safe.
So unless you like stories about penises, balls, butt cheeks, and vaginas, get the fuck off this podcast now or put in some earbuds.
Oh my God, there's a cock.
We don't have a prompt for that, so they just change every time.
He sheathed his cock inside.
That's bro. And let us know, guys, because this is probably like a week away from me first mentioning. I do want to do the thing where we read the sexual literotica for at least a couple of
We could do a bonus
episodes.
Yeah.
It would be a couple of bonus episodes because it'd be rough to get through like a fucking, because they're always like novellas where they're like 200 pages or something like that.
So we're just going to read it and not say a fucking word.
What do you mean?
200 pages. That would take us 10 fucking bonus episodes.
No, we read it and then we just laugh and cackle at everything's going on.
Would we be copyright infringing by doing that? It'd basically be an audiobook of
No. Like we're going to give our takes on it. As he thrusted his cock inside of me, I thought, Margaret, I know why now you love this man so. I just want to, I think it'd be real funny. It'd be real funny. Or it'd be something where it's like funny for like the first 20 pages.
And then
it's just a slog to get through. And everybody's like, I can't wait until this fucking book is done so we get some normal fucking bonus episodes.
We did have the neckbeard stories. It's so much. I want to say it's like 40 pages of the saga of Wolfbeard or some shit like that, where it's a girl talking about her neckbeard boyfriend and all the shit that goes around it, and it's like 40 pages.
Oh, we should do that for a bonus episode, or we should do that for a special.
You're just trying to add more.
About that? What do you think about that for like around the first? Just doing a fucking
6 hour fucking
4 hour fucking podcast where we read the saga of the neckbeard and go through
Wolfbeard.
Wolfbeard. And then I could read the whole thing in this, and it'd just be fucking torture for my voice and everybody listening. So I'm currently a fourth year computer science student at a pretty respected university and was looking to graduate this semester. One of the classes I was taking was a class in modern advancement and trends in the field of technology. While this class didn't require much heavy lifting, it was still a higher level one and required a good amount of work. For our final, our professor had assigned us a 20-page research paper into a current or possible future technology of our choice within the field. I did my paper on helium-3 power generation. I worked my ass off on this paper and in the end was super proud of it. The papers were due last night. At midnight, I held off on submitting my final draft till the end to get it as clean as possible. This is where I fucked up. So I'm laughing because I know what's about to happen from the title. Here's the thing though, furry literotica or erotica, whatever you fucking call it, isn't that just bestiality?
Yeah, and it's cartoon fucking porn.
It's bestiality though, right?
Yeah.
Because it's always like, how can we sexualize these fucking, I want to fuck this pig right here. Fuck this fucking naughty little wolf pig, fucking wolf snake pig, fuck it while I'm in a costume. It's so weird.
It is weird.
And furries will be like, our thing isn't sexual, and every furry thing be something really fucking sexual. Like, I can't take my kids to go watch Zootopia 2, because I'm going to sit there next to a guy who's just, I'm here for the plot. Sure, fucking blow. I hope she bends over. Like, what the fuck?
Never thought that deep into Zootopia, but
I would like a seat in the back, please, and 1 bottle of lotion. We don't sell lotion at the movie theater. I'm gonna need a whole bottle. I'm gonna try to make it the whole hour and 28 minutes of one time. It's gonna be really hard to get past minute 58. And it's like, sir, have you seen this movie before? 17 times now. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. I don't work a normal job. I tried it my first year of school and I didn't really like it. I've worked internships when they came up, but outside of that, I really didn't work. This and being a student really didn't mix well though, so I had to make money in some other way. For the past 3 years, I've gotten by on writing hardcore erotica on commission. We could do that. I'm very creative. Specifically for furries, I would write anything, any fetish, any premise, anything. In some parts of that community, I became really popular. At one point, I was making almost $2,500 on Patreon, along with the amounts I charged to my customers. What the fuck, man? God, we're getting slaughtered on Patreon by furry porn erotica.
Yeah.
This is it. This is my 13th reason, man. This is my 13th dog.
Well, as soon as it involves sex, there's more money in it.
Fuck, Mike and Dylan love pornography. There we go. And we'll have some porn stars on here and do the generic. Well, I think you should be in the kitchening it up. And the guy doesn't have a fucking chin and a little stubby penis. Which, listen, I'm not going to sit here and be like, it's the most beautiful work, and you should be all inspired by porn stars. At the same time, I'd be like, there's a market for it. So if you're going to make money,
if you choose to do it, then it's your choice.
Dudes are already going to objectify you, so fucking might as well make some money off of it. Now, if we get into an argument, is that the first thing I'm... Oh, fuck yeah, that's the first, like... You've activated my... Now, Kaiba, you've activated my trap card. Am I proud of this? No. I've written some really disgusting stuff, but it paid the bills and the money was too good to pass up. I told myself the minute I got a real job, I was cutting and running from this work. Why? You were making good money off of bestiality. Well, this brings us to last night. I'd not gotten any sleep for the past few nights. I had multiple projects due in that span of a few days. I was running on nothing but coffee and Rockstar. I was nothing more than a walking corpse and wanted to do nothing but sleep. I ended up doing my last read over through my final paper and submitted it before sleeping. However, instead of submitting my final paper, I had somehow submitted one of the commissions I was working on. This commission is not light either. It's almost 10 pages long and contains a variety of things, including vor and scat. That I don't understand. I don't know what vor is. I know scat is poop.
How do you spell vor?
VORE. Dylan is going to find out so we could be more educated. Vor. What is vor?
Vor is slang for the paraphilia, vorophilia, which is the sexual erotic desire to be consumed or to consume another or to witness consumption.
What the fuck? That's another one. Like, once we get blood involved and poop, I am completely out.
How do those two go together, though? Like, the poop and then eating the creature. Like, how do those...
I don't know, but I think
do they start with the ass and just...
I don't know.
I mean, that's what they do in the wild. Like,
I assume it's like a fucking... What do you talk about?
Like when a wolf or anything, like they start eating from the ass in.
Do they really?
Because it's soft tissue all the way up through the guts and everything. Like,
that's so weird. I never knew that about wolves, that they eat ass. I'm a wolf. But yeah, the blood and the poop stuff, which look, God damn it, I'm not saying we're not sitting here saying Mike's got like a piss fetish or anything like that. But that one I could more rationalize than poop and...
Poop is just that one's
just way nasty.
Well, and then blood, I don't understand the desire for that.
I don't either.
Poop is gross, and then blood is just...
Because I was just like, blood and poop, those are the ones I can't. I understand I always leave pee out, and I've talked about... Have I talked about in this podcast? It was either this one or Mike and Dylan Hate Drama.
Well, pee's not as gross. It's just not as gross. It's just straight up not as gross.
There's some in squirt, and like I said, if you...
Mike likes to get peed on. He's just going to come out and say it.
He enjoys a golden shower from time to time. All right, we're going to get back to this. Fuck.
Not safe for work.
What's so funny, too, is they didn't have enough time to be like, fuck, I sent that in, don't read that. So,
there's no, like, I mean, they went to bed, so they submitted, and they're just out.
Right, that's it. So I went to bed. Submissions for the finals locked, and my academic career was sentenced to death then and there. When I woke up this morning, I checked my grade for the other classes before noticing an email from my professor. All it says was to come to his office after class today.
I really liked the paper that you wrote.
Right.
It's very creative.
intriguing.
It was not on topic for the assignment I gave you, but
Fucking courageous. All right. You have courage that the other classes don't. I tell a kid to do something, they do it. But you looked at this project and you looked at what society has grown into. And this is your take on society growing in a way that is unhealthy from said technology. Honestly, A+. A+. I wanted to fucking die. Or they say, I want to fucking die right now. So I guess this is present. I don't know how I'm going to explain why instead of my final paper, I submitted hardcore erotic story with a wolfman jacking off in a dragon's stomach. Now it's getting fleshed out now, so we're good. But yeah, I fucked up big time. This is a great story. In my final semester at college, instead of, this is the too long didn't read. I'm not doing those.
we read the whole thing.
Obligatory update. Well, I just left his office and I still want to die. Not as much though. I took some advice from here and printed my paper out and had it with me. I won't lie. When I sat down with him, I was already almost in tears from the stress and embarrassment. I guess he picked up on that because he tried to be as nice as possible and told me to calm down and just explain what happened. I ran down pretty much everything I said here. While he didn't agree with the avenue I was trying to make money, he understood why I was doing it. He had checked the submission last night after the deadline and my submission's name stuck out immediately. It was along the lines of customer commission second draft .doc. I've taken a class from him before and I was an A student, so he guessed I had submitted the wrong file on accident. He told me he read the first page and realized it probably wasn't meant for him to read. Shout out. Look, he read it all.
No, he read it all.
Yeah, he did. He was like, what the?
Let me get this Jergens here. Oh.
But no,
and then it got to the
scat.
scat.
From embarrassment by not saying I read the whole thing.
And then it got to the scat part and he's like, this is a bit too far.
Yeah. Or he found out something about himself. I gave him the copy I brought instead, and he accepted it. He told me to email him the file. He would replace the one I had submitted with that one and would pretend this never happened. He seemed to at least have a good sense of humor, as he told me what I had originally submitted was well written, at least, from what he had read. Fuck yeah. Good snark. Good snark. Sometimes you get good snarked. Like I said, I want to fucking die right now. At least he understood that I'm just an idiot and not malicious. Thanks, I guess, for the advice and helping me through the nervous breakdown. That could have been so much worse. Like I sent this to the dean and all the academic counselor from the schools. What are those people's called that we read from that one story?
Oh, fuck if I know. Yeah, there's 15 different administrators for.
And there was the one group of people that were like, it sounded like some weird mystical shit.
Yeah, like a secret society.
Yeah, I can't remember what the fuck they were called. But he could have sent them to all those guys and made like a real big fuss out of it.
I thought they sent images originally. I thought it was like erotic furry images.
Just like a wolf with a
just big dong.
Yeah, with a wolf penis.
Furry little balls on there.
Which is so weird too because, I've been on Twitter. I've seen some, cartoon wolf porn thing and it had a regular penis. Like, no, put the weird dog red rocket on there, you fucking nasty. Like, wolves don't have dicks. They have the sheathed little slimy things that come out. And then I saw someone, they posted a video and they was like, I'm a furry. And I'm just like, okay, that's we got to bully people more. I do. I think in society, we can't let people who deserve to be bullied out of the bullying ring. Which, look, I'm saying if you're a furry, I still, like, if my friend was like, I'm a furry, I told you I had, a guy at work, he was a furry, he was a cool dude. I'm still saying a little weird, though. Once we involve innocent things like animals that cannot, what is the word? When, like, two parties
Consenting.
They can't consent on, like, sexual acts. It feels weird. It feels very weird, and I cannot get behind it.
Well, that's where a lot of the STDs have come from, right? A lot of diseases that we have jump from animal fucking.
I think that's just a racist thing that people started. I don't know. Or no, they were eating the animals and they didn't cook them well enough. That's what I was told. I was told that it was racist to say that people were having sex with monkeys and that's where AIDS came from.
Yeah, AIDS, but not syphilis and gonorrhea and like all
that came from animals sexing? I'm
pretty sure.
Damn.
I can't remember which ones are directly tied to STDs that originated in animals.
Well, I know like a lot of diseases originate in animals. I just thought we got them from like not cooking shit properly.
Dolphins can get genital warts, Baboons suffer from herpes. Syphilis is common in rabbits. I don't know
And
who's
koalas.
fucking a
koalas
rabbit.
have chlamydia.
Who's fucking a rabbit?
That's what I'm saying.
Koalas get chlamydia. Deer catch, I don't even know, brucellosis? I don't know.
Imagine getting one of the sexually transmitted diseases that people don't know, like brucellosis.
Yeah.
Imagine the doctor just being like, you got brucellosis.
Oh,
like,
fuck, I'm going to die.
Is that? And he's just like, it's a sexually transmitted disease. And it's like, who the fuck was I fucking that they got that? Like, imagine being someone who's just like, yeah, I got, and it's brucellosis. And they're like, I've never even heard of that. It's very rare. How the fuck did you get it then?
It comes from parrots, and usually it's transmitted from parrot beak to vagina.
Right. So it's like shiny hunting Pokemon. It's like you got a 1 out of 3,075 chance of getting a shiny. If someone's got brucellosis, and it's like a 1 out of 10,000. It's like, fuck, how far in that 10,000 before you were like, oh, I got lucky? Or it could be the 1 in 10,000 where you're at like, man, I'm at like fucking 17,000 tries. I still ain't got this goddamn Pokemon.
There's people out there trying to catch them all. All right. Am I the asshole for telling my sister that if she needs this much hand holding, I won't babysit her anymore? I won't have her babysit anymore. That makes more sense.
Yeah, I won't babysit her anymore. Well,
that's the point of babysitting.
Yeah, it's to handhold them so they don't die.
I'm very good friends with the woman across the hall from me. She is a single mom to 2 kids. Who works
2 jobs, who loves her kids and never stops.
Her kids are 2 and 6, and I help her a lot with the kids. She handles school and daycare drop-off. I do pickup and extracurricular activities. Dinner's a solid 60% her, 20% me, and 20% restaurants. When school and daycare are closed, I'm typically the one that stays home with them because my schedule is more flexible. I do get paid for my help with the kids, but I charge her below market rate for babysitting. The older one is out of school all week. I also have the week off, so I'm mostly home with him. But earlier today, I had a dentist appointment, so I left my sister, 18, with him for 2 hours. So the older one is 6. 18-year-old with a 6-year-old. I left instructions saying that he needed to read for 15 minutes, could have 30 minutes of screen time, a list of things she could give him when he got hungry, things that require a slight bit of preparation but next to no skill, peanut butter sandwich, dino nuggets with instructions, Kraft mac and cheese, etc. That would be delicious right now. With a note to give him a fruit and vegetable. I also told her to tell him that he can take the dog to the park for a chocolate bar and left some craft kits out. Take the dog to the park. Wait, is the
dog getting the chocolate bar?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
Like, imagine she read that and then gave the dog chocolate bar.
This should have been the easiest babysitting job ever. She started texting me 10 minutes in with the most basic questions, like, what is he supposed to read? There's a shelf full of books in the living room. Is he allowed to play with the toys on the table? He wants a snack. What should she give him for lunch? Does she need to go to the park with him and the dog? Does TV count as screen time? I told her any book is fine. She needs to go to the park with him, figure the rest out based on the instructions and common sense. This is an 18-year-old. Like, they think they know everything, but they will literally ask every question in the world.
Right.
Because they know nothing, but they know everything. But yeah, who's going to send a 6-year-old out with a dog?
I would never leave my kids with an 18-year-old.
No. And yeah, buddy, go to the park with the dog.
Yeah, go to the park with the dog and then give him the chocolate for it.
Give the dog the chocolate.
Right, yeah.
Chocolate bar.
That's what she has on the instructions. I think I'm supposed to get the chocolate. No, the dog is supposed to. Do you see a comma there? No.
When I got back, dude was an hour into a movie, and my sister was upset that I basically left her to fend for herself, and that just because this stuff comes easy to me doesn't mean it comes easy to her. I think there's no problem with little homie having an hour of fucking screen time. Like,
that's just wild.
Just let him fucking watch the movie.
Read book for 15 minutes, which will do nothing, and then 30 minutes of screen time. Either say no screen time or, just let him, if he's being watched by somebody that doesn't know, yeah, you get an hour today. Where normally you get this normal stuff, you get an hour today. Like, it's not going to fuck him up. His brain's not going to be fucked up from an hour of screen time.
No, and especially movies have been proven, movies and long-form TV shows are completely fine for kids. That's not screen time. Screen time is a video game or swiping across a social media platform where the attention span is nothing. But a movie is completely fine for a kid to watch.
I play a lot of RPGs, so a lot of role-playing games.
Yeah, I'm talking about kid games. I'm not talking about fucking magical spell, whatever you want to play.
If you could name one game, one RPG that I've played.
Elden Ring.
I'm so glad I did not say what I was about to say. So good job. That is one of them. I thought you'd say something like Elden Ring, Skyrim, or something.
I'm
like
not
that.
a fucking dunce.
I'm not a dunce. You're older.
Yeah, and I don't live in video games.
I don't live in video games either.
You did for a while.
Nah, I wouldn't even say lived in them. If I really wanted, I really couldn't even get enveloped in a story. I have kids who also want the game, which is funny because it's only the nonverbal autistic one, and all he does is just like scroll through the menus and do the PlayStation clicks, but he fucking loves it. So
my daughter can't read, but she can go into all of our, doesn't matter whether it's Netflix or anything, she can go in and change all of our icons for like what the picture is. Can't read, but just like down, over, think, and then changes it and then goes back out and can literally do that with any of the platforms. I'm like, how?
The funniest thing is when
I should figure this out.
When I see Theo go onto like YouTube and stuff like that, so he likes to watch AI cat videos, and he'll with a PlayStation controller C A T, and then it'll pop up cat memes at the side. So he'll just go over there and click on it.
That's
and I'm just like, that's dope. That's dope. He's gonna live with me forever, but that's dope.
He might not. He might surprise you.
Hyperlexia is the craziest. Like when you got just like a little baby, because he still looks like just like a little baby, but can read. He can just read everything. The funniest thing is, so the Among Us game, like the little icon for the game, thumbnail for the game, it says Among Us, but the A is a Among Us character.
Yeah.
So he calls it Mungus. He's like Mungus. And he'll just read it. He doesn't play any of the games. He just scrolls through the menu and like, here's the little he'll go back and forth. It's the cutest shit ever.
I told her that I left her a page of instructions, toys on the table, a shelf full of books, and that she should be able to figure out the rest on her own. But if she needs this much hand-holding, I'll get another babysitter next time. Now she's mad at me because I know she needs the money, and it's not her fault that she didn't know what to do. Now I'm wondering if I was a little harsh because she always did need things to be spelled out for her. She's a fucking kid herself.
Yeah, you kind of sound holier than thou.
Yes.
So I'm gonna say, yeah, you're the asshole.
She's not she's not an adult that has an awareness.
Right. Was she like volunteering for this? Because how does she know? You know what I'm saying? Or did you say, hey, I'm supposed to babysit for this child. Will you come? I can't do it. Will you come help out? And then she's like, I ain't got all, the experience of how to do this. Then yeah, she's going to need like some hand holding. I don't think there was enough context either. Like if it was her sister just being like, oh, I'll watch it. I want to do it. Yeah. Let me do, then sure with the hand holding. But I think this is a place where they needed a babysitter and they didn't have nobody. So you were like, oh, my 18-year-old sister could probably do it.
Yeah. And nothing happened. The kid's fine.
Right. Did you die? That's my favorite. But did he die? He did not.
He's fine. So like he watched 30 minutes more screen time.
Ate one nug of weed. That's it. Just a little nug. Like it wasn't even a big one.
No, they were gummy bears. Three gummy bears.
That's what I can't stand when people like. I don't like when they do the fun packaging with the.
It looks exactly like it.
If a kid walked by that and was like candy, they just eat it.
And it doesn't taste that much off of candy. Like it still tastes like candy. I mean, you can definitely taste weed if you know what weed tastes like. But
I wonder how many times now since this big boom have like kids ate edibles.
Way more than they should. But I think most people. It sucks because like you have the stoner fucks, like the fucks that are stoners, that they're just, I mean, they're just terrible, irresponsible people. But for the most part, I think like for me, it's up in a cabinet that nobody goes into for no reason at all. Like there's no reason that anybody should be in that cabinet. And then it's hidden behind shit. Yeah. So like if I want to take some gummies, they're there, but they're not. Unless the kid was just rooting around, like they would never find them.
I wonder what happens to a child if they were to eat just like a whole bag of gummies.
It'll fuck you up. Like, I mean, there is like, you can get far too fucked up. And especially at that little size and that stage of life. Yeah. Like you should not be overdosing on THC.
Right. Fuck.
Like, I mean, they'll live. You're not going to OD on it, but it's going to like mentally fuck with you.
They're
for
scared,
a hot minute.
or they're just... Wow.
Why do you have 50 snack cakes wrappers around you? I was hungry.
There's like but there's 50 of them. Like, this was supposed to last us for 2 weeks. Well, how do we know we're going to last for 2 weeks? Like, we don't know. You don't know what the future is, man. Like, we could go any minute now.
They just turn into Matthew McConaughey.
They did. He's like, yeah, brother, we could go any fucking day now. I could walk outside and get killed, ate by a dog or some shit. I'm little. Dogs love toddlers. Love attacking the fuck out of us. So I ate the snacky cakes because I was like, man,
gotta live for today.
Today is my 2 weeks. When you think about it. If tomorrow's your last day and they were supposed to last you for 2 weeks, they lasted me the length that they were supposed to last me still. That's life. And that's what it feels like to drive a Subaru. I can't do Matthew McConaughey, but whatever. It was fun.
A Lincoln.
What?
It's a Lincoln. He's the Lincoln guy.
Yeah, he's the Lincoln guy. No, I was talking about my voice being shitty just because fucking sick.
But you said drive a Subaru. So I said.
Am I the asshole for not picking up my half-sister when she called me?
Probably.
Right, yeah. If she's only a half-sister, she has to be missing the legs because if you're missing the top half, then you wouldn't call that your sister.
Yeah.
You would call that body part you found.
And how's she supposed to get home with no legs?
That's right. Sorry for any errors, not a native English speaker. I still love that one comment that was like, fuck. I forgot how they worded it, but it was like super dope because it was on a Reddit post and someone was talking shit about how like bad someone's English was. And it was like, I speak bad English it's like I speak shitty English because that's the only language you know. And it was crazy.
Yeah,
it was 2 sentences and it went together really well. Okay,
it was basically I speak multiple languages and English is shitty because this is my third language or something like that.
Right, which is terrible. It's like sorry my English isn't great. It's one of 4 languages I know.
Yeah,
and it was like, do you know any other languages? And I'm just like, see. Gracias. Oh, white women.
They not
I told her gracias. So I sound like a Mexican.
Hispanic.
No, that's a white woman at a Mexican restaurant. I'm not going to say, I sound like a Hispanic. Carl. I love that voice. That's my favorite. I, 27 male, have a half sister, 16 female. The illegitimate daughter of my father and a former colleague of his. I don't know why we needed that information.
You gotta know so that he's not the asshole.
Right. We already hate this girl now. Yeah. Like, let me throw that. But this just sounds like the person's going to be shitty because they're like, hey, I got to preempt you to how bad this she's a bastard.
She's an illegitimate.
Honestly, her last name should be Snow instead of our last name. For the past 2 years, she and her mother have lived separately from us, and we've had no contact whatsoever. I only knew of her existence because my father sponsored her education. Of course, my mother really never liked the situation, but it came worse after my half-sister's mother passed away and my half-sister moved in with her. Well, that is your father's responsibility. It doesn't matter that he had another child with another woman. You could be mad at him. You could be mad at the other woman. You can't be mad at the baby. The baby is there just because of two people's... this child was not like, you know what? I want to be fathered by a father that is in a committed relationship with a woman that is not in that said committed relationship. Children don't pick that.
You don't know.
Right. I did choose this from the afterlife. I'm actually a woman from the 1970s who chain smokes Newports and worked in a factory. And when I passed away, they said, pick the life you want to live. And I said specifically, I want a father.
I want to be a bastard child.
I want to be a bastard child. Mike's a bastard child. Remember that. Okay. So you could comment that down. Mike's a bastard child. So I could say bastard. But yeah, I want to be a bastard child.
What, is that inappropriate to say bastard?
I don't know. I assume not. It will be one day. All the fun words are going.
Wake it up.
All the fun words are going.
Wake up.
My father went through a lot of trouble to gain custody of her, and eventually she moved in with him and my mother. My father is often away from home. So God, that fucking poor baby. You're just in with a woman who hates your fucking existence. Like, I don't like you, child of a whore. So most of the time it's just my mother and half-sister at home, and their relationship isn't good. A week ago, half-sister, suddenly called me and asked me to pick her up. I asked her why she needed to come home since she was already home, and she said my mother told her to leave and she couldn't go anywhere. I told her I wasn't going to let her stay with me overnight and then hung up. What a dick. What a dick. It's like, I'm a mama's boy and you're the daughter of a whore who ruined our. There was a year I couldn't even see dad because he had to live in a motel, and you're the reason he was in the motel.
How old is this guy? Did he say how old he was?
27 male. What a fucking douche.
And how old is she?
16. What a bitch. Dude's a bitch. You were the reason that they had to live in a hotel. My dad called and yelled at me because she stayed overnight at a friend's house, and the friend's parents also called him, which embarrassed him. My girlfriend, which I mean, you should be embarrassed about a lot of things. The situation should embarrass the father. I'm saying the child is the fucking, you're an innocent, what a poor baby. Like, it's just like, man, my existence, the only reason these people hate me is solely because of my existence. My girlfriend thinks I should have picked her up because she might have gotten into trouble, but I don't feel like it's my responsibility. After all, it was my dad's terrible decision to bring her to the house. Since she ended up staying overnight at her friend's anyways, I don't think I did anything wrong. Now we have an edit where I guarantee you Reddit ran through his ass. Okay, after reading the comments, I considered again how I would feel if something happened to her, or if she didn't have a friend to take her in that night, and I feel guilty about how I handled it. Once again, that's just a dumb way to put it.
Yeah.
I saw the drive as more of an inconvenience than helping her, and I did not want her in my home because of the pain she represented for my mother. What a fucking weenie. This is a fucking
the
weenie.
Pain from your mother.
General right here.
But the pain from your mother is because of your father. Have an issue with your father, not with the dad. Fucking kid.
Well, I can't be mad at my dad. He's my dad. He had to live in a motel for a year. You know what it's like living in a one-bedroom motel it's hard.
Well, he ran through a bunch of other strange pussy.
Right, I guarantee you that wasn't his only bit of strange. That was the one he got caught with.
Yeah, because he's out working on the road right now.
Fuck yeah, he's Pete State guy. I'm probably getting him a piece of every state. Like, oh, he's probably like the blurry screen, woman in arm. Like, why the fuck would you not take your sister in? Damn. However, I should have tried to reason with my mother or make my father deal with it directly instead of doing nothing. That is, like, you as a son can get through to your mother a whole lot easier than dad could. You know, if you looked at your mom and was like, yeah, mom, I mean, you know, this is my sister. And unfortunately, it's not her fault that dad cheated on her.
Well, he's not looking at her like a sister either.
Right,
like
because he's the reason dad had to stay in the motel for a year. You don't know what it's like. Christmas was so weird. I didn't get that much stuff because they were thinking about getting a divorce and they were each saving money. I wanted a PS5. I didn't get it. It was like, didn't PS5 come out when you were like, yeah, I was 23. That doesn't mean you can't get PS5 for Christmas.
I got a PS3 when I was like 21, 22.
Let me tell you something.
Got it from a girlfriend's parents.
For Christmas, I wouldn't get shit. I remember the best Christmas I ever had. I got a Cyber Dragon 10. It was $20 at Walmart. Okay. Cyber Dragon was limited to 2 at this point. This is Yu-Gi-Oh, by the way. And I just wanted him because he was really good, game-breaking card. Really changed the direction of Yu-Gi-Oh entirely. But when he came out, he was about $60 for a super rare. So he was a very expensive card. Every deck ran 3 of them until he got limited to 2. The 10s came out with a reprint of the Cyber Dragon. And that was the only gift I got for Christmas. And guess what? I was happy with it. I'm not saying, hey, if you don't get nothing, you should be happy. But whatever. I was happy with it. Now, the good thing about having drug addict parents is that during tax time, you can usually get stuff from them because they have a bunch of money and they're irresponsible. Okay. So that's when I had gotten a PlayStation and an Xbox in my childhood. Both of those came from tax time. By summertime, them bitches was in a pawn shop. By summertime, they were gone, but damn it, for a couple of months.
Glorious.
I made it. I was there. I was living the dream every kid had of having a game system.
I think I was probably 14 or 15 by the time I got a Nintendo, like an NES, the thing that came out like the time I was born.
How old were you for Christmas when you got a PS3?
Like 21, 22.
You were so old.
But that was from a girlfriend's parents. They bought me a guitar, an amp, a PlayStation 3. Like, it was wild. I was like, what the fuck? Like, I've never gotten spoiled like this before in my life.
Like, because them parents got to be getting old by now.
Oh, yeah. No, I still talk to them.
Really?
Yeah.
See, they like you.
Not often, but I've
maybe they'll throw you in the wheel for the son-in-law they never got.
I doubt it. They wanted us to get married, but we did not make it that far.
I'm so sorry. You're picking up another story like we're doing it. That's right. We leave them tantalized till the next episode.
Am I the asshole for refusing to give up the cat I wanted to adopt?
That's not tantalizing.
Well, yeah.
I saw the funniest goddamn meme. Look, I want to take a few seconds to like be out of a Reddit story, talk about life and stuff like that, important things, like the meme I saw, which is along the lines of that. But you know how everybody will be like, it's an animal, it's a living thing, not a toy, not a present.
Yeah.
I saw one of a Greenland shark, and it was like, I am not a gift. I am a 400-year obligation. Like, and I just thought that was so funny because Greenland sharks live for an egregious long time.
So I'm not the cat person in my house, but we have 3 cats. So one of them, technically, I took in. The second one is one that we found on our wedding day. And then the third one just randomly came up and found our house and decided to stay. I'm not the cat person. My wife wants them to like cuddle and like be around her all the time. Whenever I sit down on the couch, I have 2 of them that are laying on top of me. I'm just like, why me? And she's like, oh, well, we should get another one so that they'll love on me. And I was like, you can get rid of these 2 and then get another one. she does not do that. She does not like that joke in the slightest.
Yeah, cats are the best because they just fucking do their own thing, man.
Yeah, like pissing on things, and
mine never do that, man. They just like their litter box, and 2 of them are outside, and people will be like, it's not good to have outside. Well, they started off like that. I found them in a box. And then my daughter was like, well, we just can't leave them, can we, Dad? We can't leave these cats here. I'm like, they're fucking feral now. I don't know how long they've been out here. They were left at a lake. The box was decrepit by this point. Then motherfuckers just was, and I could not wrangle them and shit like that. And I was like, just leave them out here to die. They're gonna die out here. Just let the birds have them. I don't want to take them in. So we took them in, fucking put them in. And over time, I mean, they use the litter box. They don't fucking piss on nothing.
Well, I like our cats, but like the boy cat, he'll mark different spots in the house, and I'm the one that ends up finding it. Well, I find it because the youngest girl, she'll go around and like try to cover up where he's sprayed at, and so she's just over there like scratching at the floor, and I'm like, what the fuck are you scratching at? And then I go find it, and he's marked on something, and so I find all those, and then the youngest girl, she will have like, my wife always says like, I guess bladder stones or something, like, I don't know, something where she has like crystals in her urine, and so she'll just randomly piss on something. And we've gotten rid of like 3 couches since we've had that cat.
What if you found out that cat piss crystals were worth a lot of money?
Then I'd fucking start farming, but they're not.
Do you get actual like crystallized things in there?
No. It's like basically like a,
I know, like fossilized whale
poop.
Pee or semen or poop or something like that's worth a lot of money.
Yeah, it's not. It's cat piss has never been worth
you don't
a fucking
know.
Dime.
There could be a market for it.
Otherwise,
crystals.
I'd sell couches for tons of money.
No, I'm talking about the crystals, like the jewels that are coming out of the cat's jewels.
No, I guess it's like a they're called bladder stones, or what are they called? The things that you get.
Kidney stones?
Kidney stones. It's like that, but like it hurts when they pee. And so then they just randomly pee in other places because they associate the pain with the litter box. And so then they pee on other things.
The thing I will say about cats is I do like them because they're easier than dogs. But if you have a dumb cat that does not, there's no way to train them fucking things because it's like they don't have the brain for listening.
Well, they're like a teenage, like a late teenager.
They know everything.
They know everything. They are just, you can't
piss where I want to piss, dude. And you don't fucking control where I piss.
Yeah.
And then, but the dog's just like, I can learn. The dumbest dog ever. And just like, I can get it. Yeah. We just go. We go over a couple times. I'll do it. Yeah, I'll do it, dude. Yeah. So that's.
I'm a dog person far more than I'm a cat person. I like dogs.
I like cats. It's just and they ward off evil spirits. So that's how my daughter watched Hereditary. I'm a bad father. She's 12. She's watched horror movies since she was probably 7 years old. But there were some movies that I would leave off the table. We just watched the Conjuring series. It's hard too because like a lot of the horror movies that aren't as scary, like I guess horror movie companies are like, oh yeah, so we'll just replace everything with sex. So it's really hard to find a horror movie. I don't give a fuck about gore. I just don't want titties and sex to be in something that I'm watching with my kid, or I don't want my kid to watch that at all. So we have to find, these horror movies and kind of duck and dodge the very scary ones. And then, there's one that's not so scary, but it's very sexual. So the horror movie choices, it's been a lot of It, stuff like that. Some of the gory ones, like the Thanksgiving movie that came out, where, look, I do regret taking her to see that in theaters because it is pretty much gore porn, like nasty, like arm breaks and shit like that. I didn't think it was going to be like that, but she was like, I'm okay. I'm grown enough to know this isn't real and shit like that. Now we're to the point where she's like, I want to see the scary stuff. So we watched The Conjuring, and she was like, Dad, for you to say that was a very scary movie, it's like, I'm not saying it's scary for me. I'm saying it's scary for you. And she was like, well, that wasn't really anything. So we're scrolling on HBO Max, and I see Hereditary there. And she was like, ooh, what is that one about? And I was like, no, that one's scary. She was like, oh, like The Conjuring is scary. So we put it on. And there's a scene, and what's so good about Hereditary is it's not really using jump scares. It does use as a good jump scare. It is really good with that. But it's just horror. Like it makes you feel uneasy throughout the whole thing. And by the time we got to the part where the mom is on the ceiling beating her head up against the fucking attic door, she was just like, can I come over there and sit on the couch with you? And I was like, yeah, come on over here. She was like, I don't want to look in because, during the because it is a slow burn to kind of get to where it needs to go. But then when the mom's like on the fucking ceiling in the corner of the house, she was just like, fuck this, man. Like, she went and slept with her mom. So I had to lay on the couch. Like,
yeah. My 14-year-old, we watched The Conjuring because I think she'd seen Annabelle 2. I think
that's how it starts. They get the interest because the fucking Annabelle is just on everything. It's in everything.
The Conjuring was scary. I don't like. I mean, it definitely has.
I think The Conjuring's more of look. See, I don't like to give my takes on movies because then people will like, Michael's so pretentious with this, but it's a superhero horror movie. Like, that's what it is.
Who's the superhero?
The Warrens.
Oh.
I'm sorry. It's a superhero horror movie. And it definitely proved it with the last one where the fucking demon kills a priest, but not the Warrens. They can get through it. Instead of a guy who's like, approved by the Vatican to stop demons and shit like that. He can't. But the Warrens with their magical powers, I've not finished it yet, so I actually don't know if they could all die in the end.
I haven't watched all of them, so like I think I've watched maybe 3 out of the whole series. So,
but the Warrens, I remember the real life Warrens, they were just con men. Like, they were not good people. They preyed on people's fucking losing family members and shit like that, like most mediums do. But I love the fact that, they were like, the Amityville house is the most haunted house we've ever fucking been to. And the family that lived there was like, we made everything up. Like, we did. There was no haunting going on. It was just a normal house. And then we found out what had happened in the house. So we was like, it'd be really funny if we was like, it's just demonic here. And then the Warrens go and fucking Lorraine's just like, oh, the spirits are so evil and this is the nastiest house ever. And the people are just like, yeah, we made it. We were lying.
What, is there a documentary on that?
No, the Ed and Lorraine are real people.
Yeah.
They said that the Amityville house was the scariest, the most evil place that they had ever been.
Yeah.
And then the family living there was like, yeah, we made all that shit up. None of the haunting stuff really happened. So it's not a documentary. It's just what happened in life. But also, too, like, they are very notorious for making shit up and just being terrible fucking people and finessing people out of money and shit.
Yeah.
So
well,
they didn't do that shit for free out of the goodness of their hearts. They weren't going there and being like, we fight these demons for free and shit. They were fucking real con men. So.
Yeah. Well, I think the power of suggestion, like, if somebody is like, it's way easier for them to play it up, like the Warrens, because these people are selling them this is what it is. So it's easy for anybody to, like, they got conned basically, but the power of suggestion, like, that's the thing.
And now they've made a whole superhero horror franchise after them. So,
well, they're not getting the money from it, are they? Are they dead? Are they here?
I assume their family's getting some of the money. Well, the daughter, the daughter has psychic abilities and all. Then it's a lineage of mediums and shit like that. So I guess it's just going to be a lineage of con artists. I fucking hate it because it's just, it grinds my gears. It grinds my gears that you got the nun, and the nun destroys a whole fucking, what do you call it when it's a whole bunch of nuns?
Covenant,
yeah,
or coven.
Yeah,
covenant,
I think that's witches.
A covenant is like the covenant is
There you go, a gaggle of witches, whatever, or a gaggle of nuns. I don't fucking know what it's called, but it goes through all of them. But Lorraine, because her psychic abilities, she goes into the dream and destroys a Bible. By the way, on camera, destroys a Bible, writing down the name of the demon, and then says it and immediately defeats it. So,
group of nuns is called a convent.
There you go, convent.
Or a nunnery.
I like nunnery. A fucking nunnery. That's a fucking nunnery of mooses right there. That is just different because people say pack and group and all that stuff. So
gaggle.
Now, gaggle, because gaggle's funny. But now nunnery beats gaggle. Don't you think so?
Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah. All right, guys, listen. This has been an episode of Two Daddies Judging Baddies. If you enjoyed the podcast and you want to see more, you can go to patreon.com/Mike and Dylan. And then for a monetary fee, you get to see bonus episodes. But it provides so much happiness, it's kind of like it's free.
If you'd like to support it without paying any money, just go ahead and share this to anybody that you think would get a kick out of us bashing all the
all
movies.
The things that they love, like we're some kind of contrarians. Share it with them. So
edgelords.
And it's like, Michael's pretentious. This is a superhero horror movie. That's what it does feel like to me. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. But yeah, that's the best way. That's the best way for a podcast to grow is to, share it with your friends or somebody you might think that would like it. And it's like, sorry, we have no other insane people that we want to listen to this. But guys, we love you so much. Thank you for tuning in, and we will see you next time.
Later.